So today we're going to be taking a look at what could arguably be some of the rarest action figures in the modern Star Wars line to date, and that is Ulic Qel-Droma and Exar Kun. They were one of the last comic packs that were released, and one of the last ones that were released at retail. I never saw this at retail, and I can't think of anyone I know that saw this at retail. At the time it was $13.99, I think, but now the set easily goes for $400 or $500. I see brand new. I got these loose for a good deal on eBay about 4.5 years ago at this point. So if you don't know, so they follow a similar storyline to Revan and Malak from the Knights of the Old Republic game series. Their storyline takes place about 40 years before that game, and basically there are two highly respected Jedi that fall to the dark side, and then Ulic here, he eventually loses his connection to the Force due to Nomi Sunrider, and after that he goes on his quest to defeat Exar Kun, which he does. And Ulic here actually appears in the original Star Wars Clone Wars video game from back in 2002. Anakin Skywalker encounters the spirit in his tomb on Renvar, which Renvar is the planet they eventually settles on. And both characters started, their story basically starts to show the flaws of the Jedi teachings, which of course then you have Revan and Malak, which is shortly after them, and then you have the Jedi Exile from Knights of the Old Republic 2. And people look back on these two and they're kind of like the start of showing the flaws of the Jedi Order during that time. So very interesting storyline. So unfortunately I do not have the comic book to actually show you, but what I can tell you, it's based on the Tales of the Jedi books, or comic book series, which was around the mid-90s, around 1994. And Exar Kun here is actually the first Star Wars character to feature a double-bladed lightsaber. It was not Darth Maul, so about 5 years before that. So we'll take a look at the action figures here. We'll start with Ulic here. I really like this action figure. I know it's not entirely faithful to how he looks. Some people say he looks too young, which I can agree. He almost looks like a teen here. But I really do like his outfit here. It's very shredded, looks very battle worn, and has a lot of nice details in it. And I think these two action figures they're based off of before they became Sith Lords. So in terms of the articulation, he does have a ball joint at the neck there. Can mostly only get a swivel motion out of it. You can't look up and down at all, but it's all right. And then you have hinged shoulders there, then hinged elbows. Goes about 90 degrees. Swivel wrists, then swivel waist, then swivel hips, then hinged knees, and hinged ankles as well. For accessories, he just comes with his lightsaber here, which fits very well in his hand. Has a very strong grip. Looks like a unique lightsaber hilt. I don't think I've seen this with any other action figures, so it is unique to Ulic. And a somewhat nice green there. So that's Ulic. And next we'll take a look at Exar Kun. And Exar Kun's story actually does not end during the era of the Knights of the Old Republic series or the Old Republic series. Luke Skywalker actually encounters him on Yavin, or at least his spirit, and at one of the Masasi temples. I'm not sure which series that's from. So Exar Kun's story spans like over 4,000 years actually. This is a very nice action figure, very unique. There's a little scarring in his forehead there. And this cape he has is a very thick material. Very good quality. It doesn't feel like it's going to fray or anything like that. He has a lot of nice detailing in his outfit here. There's the shoulder armor here, looks really nice. So in terms of the articulation, he does have a ball joint neck at the neck as well. Again, can't really look him but down so much, but that's okay. He has hinged shoulders, which have a very good range of motion. It goes past 90 degrees. Then he has hinged elbows, which unfortunately don't go quite 90 degrees, so it's a trade-off between the two. Does have a swivel wrist, then swivel waist, and swivel hips, which are kind of hindered by his skirt here. Then hinged knees and hinged ankles as well. And for his accessories, he just comes with his lightsaber, which again, Exar Kun is the first Star Wars character to feature a double-bladed lightsaber, and he does have a very thin peg there, and they fit together pretty good. And he holds his lightsaber pretty well. Like so. Careful with that peg, it probably could break pretty easily. But other than that, I think that's all there really is to say about these two action figures. Not really a whole lot of accessories. They look really nice. Would I recommend these for your collection? I would, if you can find them for a good price. Would I spend $400 for it? Only if you have the cash for it. I can tell you these are definitely not worth $400. It would be nice if Hasbro can get around to re-releasing these in the future, but I highly doubt it, unfortunately. I think those days are long gone, and at this point, even if Hasbro wanted to release an Exar Kun and Ulic, it'd probably be better if they just do entirely new tooling at this point, because these are 13-year-old action figures at this time. But if you can find it for a good price and you have the cash to burn and you're willing to add more Jedi or Sith, depending how you view this era for these two, to your collection, then I would highly recommend it at that point. Like I said too, these are some of the most, probably in the top 5 most expensive and rarest Star Wars action figures in the modern line to date. And it's probably going to be staying that way for a long time. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And thanks for watching.